Good morning to all and all for the today's morning session in metal cutting and forming. So today we'll be discussing in model 4, that is okay. In model 4 we'll be discussing problems on drawing. Okay, problems on drawing. So first problem will take, find the drawing stress to produce 20% reduction in a 10 mm diameter steel wire. Okay, the flow stress is given by S suffix O 1300 into E raised to 0.30 MPa. Okay, the die angle is 12 degree and M is equal to 0.09. So coming up to solution. So what is the given data? So what is given in the problem? Die angle is equal to 12 degree. So half die angle will be 6 degree. Is it clear? So DI, inner diameter, is equal to 10 mm. R is equal to 20%, that is equal to 0.2, and DF, that is 10 minus 2, that is 8 mm. Okay. So B is equal to the formula. B is equal to mu cot alpha, that is equal to, if you substitute the values, 0.09 divided by tan alpha. Okay, 0.09 tan alpha, that is tan 6 degree, that you will get a 0.8571. Is it clear? So E1 is equal to ln 1 by 1 minus R. If you substitute the values, ln 1 by 1 minus 0.2, that you will get 0.223 value. Okay, effective true stress is given by sigma KE1 raised to n divided by n plus 1. If you substitute the values, 1300 into 0.223 raised to this is 0.223. okay, this is 0.223 raised to 0.3 divided by 0.3 plus 1, you will get 637 MPa. Okay, next the draw stress is given by sigma into F, that is equal to sigma into sigma suffix O into ln, that is 1 by 1 minus R into 1 plus B, that you will get 637 ln 1 by 1 minus 0.2 into 1 plus 0.857. So if you simplify this above equation, what you will get? 637 into 0.223 into 1.8571. So you will be getting 264 MPa. Is it clear? So next we will be taking one more problem on the base of that same. This is second problem. A steel wire is drawn from an initial diameter of 12.5 mm to a final diameter of 10 mm at the speed of 120 meter per minute. The half cone angle of the die is 6 degree and the coefficient of friction at the die wire interfaces is 0.12. A tensile test on the steel specimen has shown a yield stress of 210 Newton per meter mm square. Determine the draw force and the power required assuming that there is no back tension. Did you all got? Is it clear with this? So we will solve this problem. Okay. So these two problems have been repeated in VTU exams 2 times. So carefully solve this problem. Okay. Given data, alpha is equal to 6 degree, mu is equal to 0.12, sigma naught is equal to 210 Newton per mm square. Okay, so inner diameter di is equal to 12.5, df is equal to 10 mm, speed 120 meter per minute. Will, if we convert in seconds, 120 by 60, that is equal to 2 meter per second. Okay, b is equal to mu cot alpha is equal to 0.12 divided by tan 6 degree, that you will get 1.14. So AI, so inner diameter, taking inner diameter, we can find inner area, that is AI 3.5 142, or you can say pi into di di square, pi into di square divided by 4, you will get, so pi into 12.5 square divided by 4, that you will get 122.7 mm square. Okay, so AF, area for this AF we are going to find. Okay, so that is also same thing, pi into df square divided by 4. So pi into this 3.142 is nothing but a pi into 10 square divided by 4, that will get 78.55 mm square. Okay, these are the things. Next, what you are going to find here, determine the determination of draw force FD. So draw force you are going to find here, FD is equal to sigma naught AF ln AI into AI by AF into 1 plus B. So substitute the values as per the formula. FD is equal to 210 into 78.55 ln 122.7 divided by 78.55 into 1 plus 1.14. So FD, that is draw force, you will be getting 15.7 kilonewton. Is it clear? Next one, B bit, determination of power required to draw the wire. Power is equal to draw force into distance moved per time. Okay, so 15.7 kilonewton you have found out draw force. Substitute the values into 2 meter per second, that is distance moved or per time. Okay, that you will get 31.5 kilowatt. These are the things with the problems. Next we are going to discuss defects in drawn products. Defects in drawn products. So in that you are going to find what are the defects in drawn products. So defects that occur in metal drawing manufacture are similar to those that occur while manufacturing by extrusion. Controlling metal flow is essential in preventing defects. Mold characteristics and friction play a critical role in the process. These are the things with the defects. Next we will be discussing about internal cracking. So what is internal cracking? Internal breakage may occur in drawn products, particularly along the center line. This is due to improper metal flow. Okay, this is due to improper metal flow, creating high internal stresses. Causes may be high die angles or low friction. These are the things with the internal cracking. So next we will be discussing surface defect. So what is surface defect? Surface defect, a wide variety of surface defects can be observed in metal drawing manufacture. Seams, they are like scratches and cracks are all in possible defects on the surface of drawn products. Is it clear with you all? Scratches and cracks are all the possible defects on the surface of drawn products. These are the things. Okay, excessive force on the surface of the work during the drawing operation, such as from friction, can be the cause of breakage. Also, in many metal drawing operations form at very high speeds, sufficiently designed entry and exit zones need to be provided in order to avoid damage to the work material or the workpiece from the die. These are the things. Next, factors influencing center cracking are the tendency for cracking increase with increasing die angle. These are the thing. First one. And second one, decreasing the reduction per pass. Third one is a friction. And fourth one is the presence of incursions in the material and wrinklings in the flame. These are also defects. Occurs due to compressive buckling in the circumferential direction. Okay, circumferential direction, or blank holding force should be sufficient to prevent the buckling. These are the things. Next, one more defect, that is wrinkling in the wall, takes place when a wrinkled flange is drawn into the cup, or if the clearance is very large, resulting in a large suspended or unsuspended region. Here you can see, okay, unsuspended region. So you all can see the figure over here below. Okay, below you can see this figure 1 and this 2. In that it is shown how the defects have been caused in the drawn products. These are the things. Next we will be discussing about metal extrusion. So what is metal extrusion? Okay, what is metal extrusion? Metal extrusion is a metal forming manufacturing process in which a cylindrical billet inside a closed cavity is forced to flow through a die of a desired cross section. See, once again I will repeat. Metal extrusion is a metal forming manufacturing process in which a cylindrical billet inside a closed cavity is forced to flow through a die of a desired cross section. These fixed cross-sectional profile extruded parts are called extrudates. Okay, and pushed out using either a mechanical or a hydraulic press. These are pushed out using either a mechanical or a hydraulic press. The process, which was first patented by Joseph Bramah, was first used to extrude lead pipes by Thomas Burr. Most commonly extruded materials are aluminum, copper, steel, magnesium and lead. Okay, plastics and ceramics are also extruded extensively but not discussed in the article. These are the things. Next we will be discussing about characteristics of extrusion. So characteristics of extrusion. First one, able to create complex cross sections and will be uniform over the entire length of the extrudates. Second one, factors that affect the quality of extrusion are die design, extrusion ratio, billet temperature, lubrication and extrusion speed. Check out the detailed design guide for metal extrusion. How to design parts for direct metal extrusion to understand the 5 key design variables of metal extrusion and designs for manufacture extrusion design tips. And third one, similar to any other metal forming processes, it can be performed either hot or cold, although the process generally is carried out at an elevated temperature in order to reduce the extrusion force and improve the ductility of the material. And next one will be low cost due to reduced raw material wastage and high production rate. And next one will be brittle material can be deformed without a tear as it only exerts compressive and shear forces in the stock part. These are the things. And next characteristics is parts that are formed have an excellent surface finish which minimizes post-processing machining. And next one, metal extrusion tends to produce a favorable elongated grain structure in the direction of the material. Last one, that is the characteristics, the minimum wall thickness of 1 mm to 3 mm could be achieved. Next one will be the types of extrusion process. First one is direct extrusion, second one indirect, third one hydrostatic, fourth one lateral or vertical extrusion, fifth one is hot extrusion, sixth one is cold extrusion, and seventh one is impact extrusion. So similarly we'll discuss first of all direct extrusion. Okay, we will go ahead with direct extrusion. Okay, so in direct extrusion, sometimes called you all can see, it consists of container, pressing stem, dummy block, extrusion, die backer, die, billet, container liner. Okay, so what is sometimes called forward extrusion is the most common type of extrusion. The process shown in this figure below begins by loading a heated billet, okay, heated billet into a press cavity container. In a press cavity container, in this container you all can see this portion is a container. In a press cavity container where a dummy block, here see here this is the dummy block, okay, this is the dummy block, where a dummy block is placed behind it, okay. Then the mechanical or hydraulic ram presses on the material to push it out through the die. This is the die. Red color is a die. Got the point? Then while still hot, the part is stretched to straighten. This process is beautifully animated by core materials. These are the things. Under direct extrusion, the high friction caused by steels at higher temperatures is reduced using molten glass as a lubricant, while oils with graphite powder are used for lubrication for low temperatures. The dummy block is used to protect the tip of the pressing stem. In hot extrusion, when the punch reaches the end of its stroke, a small portion of billet called butt end cannot be pushed through the die opening. So next we'll be discussing about advantages and disadvantages of direct metal extrusion. So no billet modification is required here. Can be used for both hot and cold extrusion. Simple tooling compared to other extrusion processes. And disadvantages: high force requirement due to friction and left side inside the cavity. The force required to push the ram changes as the punch moves. Next we will be discussing indirect extrusion. Okay, indirect extrusion, in that it consists of a container liner, billet, dummy block, buckling disc. This is the buckling disc, and this is the container. Container will be, this hole is a blue color, navy blue, that is container, and stool stem, that is, and this is extruded portion, tube is extruded, okay, and this is the die which is in red color. These are the things. So in indirect extrusion, the die is located at the end of the hydraulic ram and moves towards the billet inside the cavity to push the material through the die. This is shown in figure. This process consumes less power due to static billet container, causing less friction on the billet. However, the supporting the extruded part is difficult when the extruded exists the die. These are the things. So next we will be discussing about advantages and disadvantages of indirect extrusion. So first one, less friction and less power used. Can be used for both hot or cold extrusion. Simple tooling compared to other extrusions. Disadvantages: difficult to support the extruded part. The hollow ram limits the load applied. These are the things. Next we will be discussing about hydrostatic extrusion. So hydrostatic extrusion, it consists of seals, multiple seals, pressing stem, fluid, the container, die baker, and extruded tube. This is the extruded tube, and die which is in red color. Okay, these are the things. In hydrostatic extrusion, the chamber cavity is made smaller than the billet and filled with hydraulic fluid, which transfers the force from the ram to the billet as shown in figure. Okay, although triaxial forces are applied by the fluid, the pressure improves billet permeability on the billet. Sealing the fluid must be considered as at the early stages to avoid any leaking and reduced pressure. Although the hydraulic fluid eliminates the friction between the wall and the billet by isolating them due to specialized equipment requirement, the high setup time and low production rate limit is its usage in the industry in comparison to the other extrusion processes. Okay, so advantages and disadvantages. Advantages of hydrostatic metal extrusion: low power force requirement due to no friction, fast production rates and high reduction ratios, lower billet temperatures. Okay, even flow of material is due to balanced force distribution. Large billets and large cross sections can be extruded. No billet residues is left in the container. No billet, remember, listen carefully, no billet residue is left in the container. Disadvantages: billets need preparing by tapering one end to the match the die entry angle. Only cold extrusion is possible, difficult to contain the high pressure fluid. Next one will be discussing about lateral extrusion. Lateral extrusion, it consists of a punch and a plate between below that and extruded pipe below that and a die which is in a die holder, this is, and die which is in a red color, and this is the container which is in a gray color. These are the things. In a lateral extrusion, the container is in vertical position as shown in figure in the image and the die is located on this side. This process is suitable for low melting point material. Next will be impact extrusions. Impact extrusions. Impact extrusion is a part of cold extrusion category, very similar to indirect extrusion and limited to softer metal such as lead, aluminum and copper. As the schematic illustrates, the punch is pushed down. Punch is pushed down. Okay, punch is pushed down. Okay, punch is pushed down at the high speed and extreme force on the slug to extrude backwards. The thickness of the extrude is a function of clearance between the punch and the die cavity. The extrudeds are slide of the punch by the use of stripper plates. These are the things with the extruded impact extrusion. Next we will be discussing about advantages. Okay, advantages of impact metal extrusion: raw material savings up to 90%, reduced machining time. Second one, reduced machining times up to 75%. Third one, elimination of secondary machining operations. Fourth one, reduction in multi-part assemblies, improved mechanical properties for material strength and machining due to cold working of the material. Next one is significantly reduced total parts costs up to 50%. Hollow thin-walled tubes closed on one end are often produced in the manufacturing industry by backward impact extrusion. These are the things. And disadvantages: produced as longer as the part is symmetrical over the axis by which it is formed. Many of the parts formed by impacting in industry will require further manufacturing processes such as metal forging, ironing or machining before completion. Okay, next one will be impact. This is the last slide. Impact extrusion, in that forward, reverse and combination. So this is the forward impacting extrusion, reverse impacting extrusion and combination impacting extrusion. So in forward impact extrusion, the metal flows in the same direction that force is delivered, while it flows in the opposite direction in reverse direct impact extrusion. Okay, so the difference between forward and reverse you might have understood. In forward the metal flows in the same direction and the force delivered while it flows in the opposite direction will be the reverse impact extrusion. As the image shows above, in combination the metal flows in both directions. These are the things. Okay, Thank you for the today's session. So if you have any doubts, you can call me. Thank you for the today's session.